There's no easy way out. I just wanna know there's no easy way out. No easy way out. I'm not asking for another chance.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the No Easy Way Out podcast. My name is Tony Nash, and we are coming to you as always from the Woodworth Building in beautiful downtown Owosso, home to my company, AZ Business Solutions, where we help grow your brand from A to Z. Now, we are on week 2 of me being just a little bit under the weather, so you're going to hear that in my voice. I still got my throat coat tea here. I got my water, but I have a really fun guest that's going to keep me energetic today, and I'm excited to talk to her, and that is Melissa Wheeler. Melissa, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here today. So you are the owner of Murtle's Handmade Chocolates. So we're going to talk all about that. You've brought some chocolates for us to try today, which I'm excited because the fat guy in chocolates is a match made in heaven. So I'm excited to try some things. There's a lot of treats there that I like. I told you today, you asked me what I like. I said this surprised me, so I'm excited to see what's in box number 1 there.
But why don't you 3 boxes?
Yeah, I'd eat them all. So why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name's Melissa Wheeler. I've been a downtown business owner for almost 6 years.
6 years.
Yep, 6 years already. It's crazy to think my son was so little when he started, and now he's first grade. But yeah, I'm born and raised in Sandusky, Michigan. I live in St. Charles. I've been married for 21 years. The little boy, he's 7. And I've been in the Owosso area for probably 15 years now. I opened the Walgreens in Owosso in 2008. So even though I don't live in the town, I feel like I do live here because I spend most of my days in Owosso. So yeah.
So you love chocolates, obviously.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Myrtles. Tell our audience what Myrtles is. For those who've never been to Myrtles, maybe seen the nice green sign on the road on M21 there, but maybe you've never come in. What can they expect when they walk into Myrtles?
You can expect service with a smile, a fun environment, lots of smells.
Yes, good
Caramel's
smells.
always brewing, chocolate's always moving. We just strive to have you have the greatest experience in chocolate that you can possibly have.
Yeah. Well, and I've been in there many times, and the smells are delicious, and the food is delicious. I got to be in there last week, and they were trying out a new treat, a pretzel treat with caramel and peanut butter and chocolate. I don't remember everything that was on it, but I got to be the taste tester.
Yeah.
Anytime you need a taste tester, just give me a call. I'm all about that. So where did the name Myrtles come from?
Myrtles is the name of our #1 seller, which is the mini turtle. So
Okay.
Myrtle.
Myrtle's turtle.
Yep, it's caramel, pecans, and chocolate.
I love turtles.
Yeah, so it's just a smaller, we say it's a 2-bite version. It's really more like 4. The turtle is dinner. It's so big, it's the size of your hand.
Yeah.
And the myrtle, we say, is a snack.
Well, that sounds like a challenge to me. I think 2 bites, I could handle it in 2 bites. So
Well, I brought one for you today.
excellent. Can't wait to try it. So then who's your ideal customer? I mean, obviously everybody loves chocolate, but are you selling to the person walking off of the street that just wants a treat? Are you selling to businesses or all of the above?
All of the above. We sell to people walking down the street. We do corporate orders. We do all kinds of stuff. You can get a mold made with your name on it, and you can have your own AZ candy bar if you wanted. We have several businesses in the area that have their own specific mold that we have made out of California. And we just keep it, and when they need it, we can make whatever it is that they need.
Well, that's awesome. I think we definitely need an AZ mold
I
for
think you
sure.
do.
So let's talk about that after the show. I definitely want to do that. Some AZ candies. We're always looking for fun things to give to our guests, so that'd be a fun thing to give away as well. So I know you talked about the turtle, the mini turtle.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your signature treats? So I said, bring along some things that you think are some really good things that you enjoy. You have a box here.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what's in the box.
Sure.
And,
I'll let you open it so you can
right.
have the
This is
element of
exciting.
surprise.
This is exciting. We're going to let the guys behind the cameras try
Yeah,
these as
they
well.
look hungry.
Yes. Okay.
Who doesn't
so-
like chocolate for breakfast?
Yes. So tell us what we got here. So what is this right here?
That is a candied orange peel.
A candied
With
orange
dipped
peel.
in dark chocolate.
All right, guys. I'm going to let one of you guys get
It's
into
an
it.
old-fashioned candy. We have it.
Is it a real orange peel?
It is a real orange peel. and it is actually my husband's uncle wanted me to carry that, so we have it.
That's really good. That's
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
very
I'm
old-fashioned.
not even going to try all of this stuff today, but I mean, I'll try it all today, but
That's an
is that an
Oreo.
Oreo? I know I love
Kinda
the Oreos.
simple.
I've tried the Oreos many, many times. They're one of my favorites. Every time I go in, I get chocolate-covered Oreos. Sorry, I'm chewing and
Oh,
talking.
it's fine.
Do you do the white chocolate-covered Oreos?
Yes, we do. I almost brought one for you today, and I opted for the milk chocolate.
You know, around Christmas time, Oreo sells the white fudge-covered Oreos, but it's the only time you can get them, but one of my favorite snacks. All right, what is this right here?
That is toffee,
Toffee.
butter toffee. So butter toffee and English toffee are completely different.
It was
English,
all made by you? All handmade?
all handmade. The English toffee is more nutty. That's your Heath bar. This is more, now I'm dating myself, but there was a candy bar at one time called a Skor bar, S-K-O-R. And it's a butter toffee, so it doesn't have that nutty taste to it.
That's very good.
It's basically sugar and butter.
Sugar and butter sounds great to me. All right, this is the main event right here. And I'm going to pass this around to the guys to try after. This is the mini turtle.
Yes.
That is, yeah, I thought 2 bites I could do that, but I don't know. That's a lot of, it looks like a turtle. So what's all in the turtle here?
The turtle has caramel, pecans, and chocolate.
Caramel, pecans, and chocolate. All right. Since I'm like a little bit sick, I'm just going to break a piece off so I can share this with the guys. I didn't get enough chocolate on that one. Got to have some chocolate in there. There we go. All right, guys, pass that around. I want to get a rating from everybody on the mini turtle.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't turtles traditionally have peanuts in them?
No.
Oh, I'm wrong. She corrected me.
It's always pecans.
Always pecans.
You might be thinking of a peanut cluster. That's peanuts. And a
Okay.
bear claw is cashews.
That is fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm going to give that 9.8. And the only
Awesome.
reason out of 10 is because it's going to take me 4 bites. I thought I could do it in 2. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna give it a 10. I mean, the softness really kind of chocolate.
Yeah, fantastic. Dan, what do you think?
Give it a 10.
He gives it a 10. All right, and then this one caught my eye after I moved the turtle there. What is this one here?
That is Oreo bark.
An Oreo
cookies
bar.
and
I'm not
cream.
sharing this one. I love Oreos. I love Oreos.
Well, we have mint Oreos. We've got regular Oreos. We've got Oreos of all kinds. I could probably fill my case with all the different kinds of Oreos that they make, but
That's a 10.
we could call it.
Now, I don't like
Or-
mint chocolate. My wife and I
No?
have had many discussions about this. So, she loves mint chocolate. To me, those are 2 flavors that just don't go together. That's like brushing your teeth and then eating a candy bar, or, it just doesn't seem to go together. But she loves, I think I'm in the minority because a lot of
love
people like
it.
mint chocolate.
I love mint
I'm
chocolate.
not a mint chocolate guy.
Mint
but
chocolate chip ice cream is one of my favorites.
Hers too.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
I love mint chocolate ice cream with a scoop of chocolate peanut butter together.
All right, guys, I'm going to get this out of the front of me. You guys go ahead and eat those off camera. Let us know what you think. Thank you for bringing those treats. I'm going to continue to eat the Oreo bar because it's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, if you're in the downtown area, stop into Myrtle's. They have great treats. And you guys do custom orders too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. We do pretzel trays, candy trays, anything you want. We have over 1,000 molds at this point. So if you have a baby shower, wedding, birthday, whatever it is, if you want something custom for fire department, like my husband's a fireman, and we did a whole candy tray and had fire chocolates on there, fire themed chocolates. And
So if a company's wanting to do like a big event like that, say 100 people or 200
Mm-hmm.
people, how much notice do you need to really make something happen for them?
I guess it depends on what they want. We've had parties with just a few candy trays, and we've had custom items where they wanted, certain items in the box with a bow on it. So it depends on the level of complexity. But usually if we have a week, we're good. And it also depends on ingredients on hand,
Sure.
stuff like that, supply. So, yeah.
So I always say that like anyone that's an entrepreneur more than likely got into it because they have some sort of a passion for it or they enjoy it. So what do you enjoy about being a candy maker? What do you enjoy about this career?
For me, it's being creative. I've always been of a creative mind. When I left Walgreens in 2016, the end of my Walgreens career, I was there 13 years. I left for one of the reasons was it was getting to the point where the managers couldn't be creative anymore. And if you're a creative person and someone tells you you can't, it's
Yes.
almost like
A challenge.
people are choking you.
Yeah.
And I just knew then it was my time to move on. So there's a million things I could make with chocolate. So every day is something new. You just, even walking through the grocery store, I could put chocolate on those flaming hot Cheetos, no problem. I could
sounds
dip that
good.
Twinkie, and that's
What
all
about
stuff
Takis? Chocolate covered Takis.
we could dip anything. As
We'll
long
try
as it
chocolate
doesn't
covered
have
Takis.
water content, because water and chocolate do not mix, we could dip it.
We should try
We've done
chocolate covered
pickles,
Takis.
and we've learned that Claussens are the only pickle that will hold the chocolate. But we
Okay.
have done chocolate covered pickles, jalapenos.
That seems interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like that.
It was
but-
actually really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. We haven't done one in a while, but a pickle. I have not tried the jalapenos. That's a little too hot for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always say if you deep fry anything, it's delicious. But probably if you just dip it in chocolate, it probably has the same effect, right?
Yeah. Banana peppers are amazing.
Ooh, no, I might like that. I love banana peppers.
Me
Banana
too.
peppers and chocolate, that might be good. So you have to dry them out first, I'm assuming, right?
We just pat them down.
Okay.
Yep. Just get rid of all the moisture as much as we can.
You know what you need is a TikTok. Do you have a TikTok?
Okay, so I do have a TikTok. I don't know how to work it. I barely know how to do Instagram. Facebook I can handle,
Yeah.
but I'm showing my age now, generation. I did have a MySpace at one time, but Facebook I understand.
Yeah.
Instagram I try. TikTok fail.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn it myself. I have
Yeah.
people here that understand it better than I do, but I will tell you, there's a chocolate maker on TikTok that I follow. What's that guy's name? Mario Gashan. He just makes all these crazy creations out of chocolate. Like he makes all these sculptures, and it's unbelievable. But he has a huge following just making candies all day. That's kind of what he does. So you probably would get a big following if you learn how to do that. And
It's in the works. It's just now that it's January,
Yeah.
things are going to start popping up. So you'll see a lot more Myrtles on TikTok.
yeah, the nice thing about TikTok is you don't have to have a professional camera or a professional camera or a video editor. You can do a lot of it, most of it, all of it with your phone. It lets you add music. It's pretty simple to use, but yeah, I think that would be great for your business. So what is going on with Myrtles today? What's the new things that you want people to know about what's going on at your business?
Well, it's January, and we are ramping up for our Betty White fundraiser for the
Yes.
animal shelter, Shiawassee Animal Humane Society. So that's happening January 14th, and AZ Printing's doing our bags, which we've already sold some bags, and we don't even have them in stock yet, so that's
awesome.
exciting. So we're going to be selling slices of cheesecake that It's a Deli thing are making for us again. We are going to have the bags, and we're collecting items off the wish list for Shiawassee Humane Society, as well as cash donations. So on January 14th, you can come down, pick up your cheesecake. We're going to have order forms up soon, and hopefully raise more than we did last year, which was over $5,000.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I know in our conversation about the bags, you told us you're a big Betty White fan. What is it you love about Betty White?
Like no one can say anything bad about Betty.
Yeah.
She's like Dolly. I love Dolly Parton too. Like they're true to themselves. They make fun of themselves. They don't take anything too seriously.
Don't get involved in drama.
No, they don't get involved in drama, which is amazing. But they aren't afraid to poke fun at themselves and humanize themselves, and I think that's super important.
Yeah.
Like I make fun of myself all the time. Like Megan and I often look forward to doing something goofy that day, so I have more ammunition to poke fun at her later. Like we're always playing tricks on each other and
Yeah.
being goofy, but that's one of the things I love about Betty is just that she's funny, she's lighthearted.
She's hilarious.
Oh, she's hilarious.
She's
yes.
hilarious, yeah. I love that movie with her and Sandra Bullock. I think it's called The Proposal. She's so funny in that movie.
Yeah.
She cracks me up. But
We quote Golden Girls all the time.
yeah,
Daily, many times a day. We just love the Golden Girls.
I
so.
grew up on that show, but I don't really remember the characters as much now. But yeah, I grew up on that. My mom loved that show. So let's talk a little bit about our downtown. You're on the DDA. There's a lot of exciting things happening in downtown Owosso. We're not even going to get into the drama because drama is not our thing, right?
No.
We want to talk about all the great things that are going on. And as a member of the DDA, let's talk about some of the things that are happening in downtown Owosso and what people should be looking forward to.
Yes, we've had a lot of new businesses come on board this last year. We have a new resale shop, a new clothing store has come on board. We have got lots of exciting things happening for the new year with beautification. That's the board I'm on, or the committee I'm on. So you'll see more color downtown as far as flowers and a lot more clean landscape. So we're trying to really get downtown cleaned up as far as debris, leaves, trash,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So
That's
it's
important.
been my mission for a couple years now. I think it's finally going to come into fruition this year. So it takes a lot of people to get little things done, but you just got to keep trucking along.
For sure. Well, we love being in downtown. You know, my first offices were at the Exchange building. So we were considered downtown, but we were up on the third floor and nobody knew who we were. We were just starting out. Then we moved to the Armory, and the Armory is in downtown, but it's kind of on the side of downtown. And we got a lot of exposure because pre-COVID, the Armory was a happening place. There was people in and out of there every day. I think the year 2019, they told us they had 450 events inside the Armory.
Wow.
And so we had foot traffic all the time, and we got to know a lot of people through that. And then we've been in this building, which is right in the heart of downtown, right above you, essentially up and over. We've been here for about a year, and we're excited to, that we're moving our print shop right next door. We're going to be neighbors. So looking forward to the weekly calls that you need someone to come try a new sample. But yeah, we're going to be we're going to have, for the first time ever, for our business, we're going to have a Main Street storefront, and we're really excited about that. And looking forward to being able to, service the clients the way that we have been able to, and also offer some new things. We are working on our retail shop is basically right now it's Owosso Trojans and Corunna Cavaliers gear. So there are times of the year where people come in to get their Owosso Trojan stuff. And we do have some like Owosso stuff too. That's like City of Owosso stuff. But we've talked about what we could do to ramp up our retail because it's really, we don't get that much foot traffic. And we're more of we're a bulk printer more than a retail shop. But if we're going to have Main Street space, I want to have some nice retail. So we're going to actually have a much smaller retail space in there. Most of our space is going to be dedicated to production. But we're going to really focus on a made in Owosso theme. So we're going to sell things within our shop that are all made in Owosso. So
That's
obviously
cool.
shirts and hats that we make, but mugs, candies, bags of Foster coffee, Happy Girl granola bags, stuff from Darker MFG, maybe some gift, like we talked about having like a gift card wall where all the downtown businesses can have their gift cards in one spot where someone could come and, just like you go to Meyer and you see a gift card wall for everything, this would be a place where you could get gift cards to all the downtown businesses. And it's a way we can support the downtown businesses, but also, if you're wanting to buy for somebody out of town or someone that's coming into town, I want some made in Owosso stuff because there's some really cool stuff made here in Owosso candles. And so trying to find and curate those things that are made right here, I think will be unique and, it'll be something that's a little different than what everyone else is doing. And I think it'll be a cool little attraction. So we're excited about that and excited to be a part of it. And look forward to 2023. We always say this is going to be our best year yet, right?
Always.
And so we're excited about that. So let's talk a little bit about you, the person. I always send all my guests a questionnaire in advance and ask them to send me their answers. And it's always fun getting to know our guests a little bit. People see us in our businesses and see us on Facebook or whatever. And so sometimes they don't get to know who we really are as people. And we're just moms and dads and husbands and wives and just people, right? Just trying to live lives and take care of our families and trying to find a way to turn our passion into an income, right? And to provide for those who are most important to us. And so I send the same questions. And so let's get into these. The first question is a favorite place you've ever been. You said that your favorite place is Dollywood.
Yes.
So what do you love about Dollywood? You mentioned Dolly Parton earlier, but...
Yes, I went there this summer with my family, and what a fantastic place that is.
I've heard that. I've never been.
It was amazing. So as soon as you get there, the bellhops and everybody, don't worry about anything. They look you dead in the face and they say, we don't want you to worry about anything. just whatever you need, let us know.
That's awesome.
And you can go shop around. Like we went to the Splash Park first, and that was awesome. And I have to tell you a little interesting tidbit about Dolly's Splash Land. I can't think of the actual name of it. Splash Country, I believe. They have the best lifeguards in the country working there. Yes. So I kind of noticed all these lifeguards, like they're constantly moving, and you could just make a day out of watching the lifeguards. It sounds silly, but they have them everywhere.
Yeah.
She has like 6 around the wave pool. Like it's amazing. So she really does focus on safety of her guests.
Yeah.
And just making sure everyone has a good time.
Southern hospitality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you can go. We went to the next day. We went to the actual. What do you call it? Like the
theme
roller
park?
coaster.
The
The
theme
theme
park?
park. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes. The theme park, which I don't do roller coasters.
Oh, no?
So I was just there basically to shop, and it was great. Like it was hot. It was the first big heat wave we'd had. It was like 100 degrees, and instead of most parks wanting to just sell you water all day for $4 a bottle, they made constant announcements saying free water at every station that sells food.
Oh, wow.
So, and she did it the day before at the Splashland too. Like she could have made a killing on water.
Yeah.
But no, she was more concerned about
People staying
people
hydrated.
staying hydrated and healthy. And I just thought, wow, that's really a testament to who she is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those little details like that, as business owners, those little things that you can do that, are outside of the box that make people feel appreciated. Any person that buys from us, I have so much gratitude for the fact that somebody would choose us to print their apparel or make their website or do a video for them. There are other choices out there. And the fact that somebody would trust us, when you're a business owner, there's very few things that are more important to you than your brand and how your brand is represented and how it looks. And so we know when someone comes to us to help them with that it's important to relinquish a little bit of control and let somebody else print
Right.
something or design something for you. And we love that. And so we always are trying to find little touches and things we can do to show our customers and our clients that we truly are grateful for them. We appreciate them. No matter who they are, no matter where they're from, no matter their walk of life, we appreciate the customers that come into our store and would, give our family an opportunity to do something for them. And I love it when you find a business or an organization that, does little things like that. That when you hear it, it's like, that seems so obvious. Like, why would everyone not do that?
Right.
If people stay hydrated, they're going to be more energetic. They're going to stay in the park longer. They're going to spend more money, all of those things. And it's just a nice touch. People feel like they're getting
Right.
value. But I've never been to Dollywood. I've heard a lot of people say good things about it, but it sounds like we should probably try it out.
yeah, you can hit the Ark on the way back. Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I've been to the Ark.
There.
We've-
That's amazing.
Yeah, we've been to the Ark twice. We went the first time when they first opened, and it wasn't quite done yet. They had the Ark built, which is amazing to see. It's astounding, the size of it, and to think that they build it with the tools, the primitive tools they had back in those days. But so the displays weren't really fully up and running yet. So the second time was much better. But it's definitely a cool thing to see. I think everyone should go visit it. And then we went also to the Air Force Museum.
Oh
on the
yeah,
way
we
up.
did that
The
too.
Air Force
I think we
Museum
were on the same trip, maybe.
maybe, yeah. I mean,
Did
it's
you
all on
stop and
70
see Sergeant York's house on the way there?
We went to the
to
Corvette
Dollywood?
Museum.
Oh, we didn't,
We didn't
go
do
there.
Sergeant York. But yeah, that 75 trip there is pretty cool. So random fact, it doesn't seem so random. It says you love cookies. I told you I love Oreos. What's your cookie of choice?
All of them.
Every cookie?
I love. Well, no raisin. No, don't stick
no
a raisin.
oatmeal or raisin in a cookie.
It's the worst when
No,
you.
I like oatmeal cream pies, but not oatmeal raisin cookie.
No raisins.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So
And
to
don't
me,
put walnuts in my brownies either.
that is absolutely
But
fact. That is ungodly to put walnuts in a brownie, in my opinion.
Cakey Cakes makes one of my favorite cookies. It's the pumpkin chocolate chip, and it's like I'm eating the muffin top.
Really?
It's amazing.
to
And
go
then
try that out.
having the cookie company on the corner,
Yeah.
bad idea.
Yeah,
Bad for me, good for them, but they
for sure.
I just tried their hot chocolate cookie.
Is it good? All right, I'm coming in to
So
try
good.
it.
But I think we're just surrounded by all these fabulous bakers downtown.
Yeah.
It's just
For me, I love, if I'm a cookie, I mean, obviously I love Oreos, a double stuffed Oreo, but as far as made cookies, I'm just a chocolate chip guy. Like, it's hard to beat a good chocolate chip cookie. So I don't get too adventurous with the cookies, unfortunately.
Well, you have to go to the cookie company or stop by. I told Jennifer from Cakey Cakes that she can never not have my cookies. So they should always be there.
Available. All right.
They come in a 6-pack.
All right, Jennifer, we're coming to try them out. All right, if you were stranded on a desert island and had one CD to listen to forever, and you said Toad the Wet Sprocket, their new Constellation album, I don't have any idea what that is. Tell us about Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Toad has been in my favorite band since I was a teenager. They're 90s alternative, early days. They sing Walk on the Ocean
Okay.
off their Fear album. I've been following them since I was a teenager. I actually got to meet them in Royal Oak, and they were fabulous. So
What's their main song that, like, the one that everybody would know?
Either Walk on the Ocean or All I Want from their Fear album. But they have a lot of music and movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like to think that I'm pretty, like, eclectic with different music genres, but that's one I'm not really familiar with. But that would be forever on a desert island. You could listen to them forever.
yeah, you definitely
All
could.
right, very good. Totally irrational fear, falling through a storm drain. This isn't one I've heard before. I mean, you're little, you're petite, but not quite little enough to fall through a storm drain. I don't.
Well,
feel
there's
like.
one in the alley that has a grate over it.
Yeah.
Like kind of behind your door, so be
Yeah,
careful.
I will.
I won't walk across
Listen,
it.
I ain't falling into any drain.
That water, you can hear it when it rains. It all goes down there.
Yeah.
I won't even let my son walk across it. He wants to every time we go back in the back alley.
Have you ever seen that little video where the mama duck or goose is like walking her geese or I don't know, baby ducklings? Yeah, they're walking them across, and they all fall down into the storm
That
drain.
happened at Walgreens, and we had to rescue them. We did lose a Home Depot bucket in the sewer, though. Sorry to whoever has to dig that out.
Find that out. Well, what is your fear that's down in the storm drain? Is it
Just the fear of falling in.
just the fear of falling in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many 80s cartoons, I think.
Yeah, that's
A lot
funny.
of under dungeony, like Fraggle Rock and all that.
Well, you might meet the Ninja Turtles down there.
Maybe.
Yeah. Favorite movie, TV show? You've Got Mail. Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
Meg
I almost said
Ryan,
Megan
yep.
Fox. Yeah, that's their kind of. They were together in Sleepless in Seattle.
Yep.
Everyone thought it was going to be a sequel, but it wasn't. What do you love about that movie?
I love the innocence of it. I love that she's a shop owner, of course. Retail's in my blood.
Yeah.
I just think it's a super cute story. And it has a lot of good points to it, with business even.
Yeah.
It's not personal, it's business,
Yeah.
or, just her feelings about closing her business and what that felt like. And
Very good. One last meal. This one I don't understand. Chicken shawarma and
chicken
cookies.
shawarma. Yeah.
I don't get that one.
Chicken shawarma, have you ever had it?
I have.
Oh, it's my favorite thing on earth.
I
I've been
spent
trying to
two-
get Randy Woodworth to bring me a chicken shawarma business to town
Yeah,
for years. Mediterranean, bring it on. Garlic sauce, all of that. Pickles.
I spent
so
2
good.
weeks in Israel.
You don't like chicken shawarma?
And they have like the authentic. I mean, everything there is Mediterranean. So, they have like right in the market. They have the big old meat on the spit, and they're shaving it off, and it's fresh. I mean, they're making the pita bread right there, and it just wasn't my favorite thing. I'm a red meat
I don't know
guy.
if we can be friends anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What cookie though goes with the chicken shawarma?
Any cookie.
Any cookie.
Yeah.
Chicken shawarma and
Maybe
a cookie.
a pumpkin
I mean,
chocolate
this is
chip
it.
from
This is
Cakey
your
Cakes.
last time you're going to eat on Earth, and you're going for the chicken shawarma.
Yep.
All right, good for you. Good for you. Dan would go for turkey on white, right? Turkey on white.
Really?
He's a simple guy. He just he doesn't get too fancy with the eating. Any job in the world, what would it be? You said to be the person who knocks on your door telling you won the Publishers Clearinghouse. I love that. That would be a fun job.
Could you imagine? What's
Ed
better
McMahon.
than that?
Ed McMahon.
Tony, you won.
Yeah.
Like, they would love
And
you
get
forever.
paid to do that? Yeah, you're
Heck
making
yeah.
people's dreams come true. That's an excellent job. I never thought of that as a job, but that would be a fantastic
That's what
job.
I would want to do.
Hollywood made a movie about you. Who would they cast as you? Zoe Deschanel. She's quirky. I can see that. That's a good choice.
She's not a serious soul, and I'm not either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's always I always like her in the character she plays. Proudest moment and achievement, you said balancing family life with owning a business. That is a challenge. People don't realize that, the business has its hours, right? It's open, 9 to 5 or whatever it is. But as business owners, we don't just turn it off when we go home.
No,
There's
never.
all the things that people just don't get to see. And if you're like me, you wake up in the middle of the night and immediately you just start thinking about all the things.
Right. I didn't order that, or, oh, shoot, we didn't think about this, or did I turn this off? And
Yeah, and you can't get back to
I
sleep.
didn't call that person back, and
Yeah.
I didn't check Facebook today. Like, it's constant.
Yeah, and so trying to be home and be present with your family. You know, I coach basketball. I coach my sons, and I'm actually helping coach my daughter this year. And it's a huge time commitment. I mean, it's 25 to 30 hours a week of giving myself to that. And, you know, I've determined in my life that it's a non-negotiable because it gives me that time with my kids that is extremely important. And this business will take everything from me that I'm willing to give it. And, you know, I spent 10 years working in hospitality, and I missed out on everything with my kids. I missed out on first steps, first words. I didn't come to games. I didn't get to coach things. I didn't get to be around. And I just determined when I started this, like, that's not going to be the case. I'm not going to let my business drive me. But that's a challenge, balancing that. And you know, because the business needs attention. It's like a
Right.
child. You got to give it that love and attention.
It's a living, breathing thing, really.
And that means a lot of, like, sleepless or very little sleep nights and getting up early or going to bed late so that you don't sacrifice that time with your family. But you know, when it's all working, it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
It's a very beautiful thing. If you had one wish besides unlimited wishes, what would it would be? You put no animal or child abuse. That's a good wish. Very selfless wish. Terrible things, but very, very good. So that's Melissa Wheeler in a nutshell. We know
That's
everything
me.
about you now. So there's no mystery anymore. We know the lady behind the chocolates. And so that's exciting. Let's talk a little bit about your journey, though. You said you were born and raised in Sandusky,
In the
Michigan.
thumb.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not quite familiar with where Sandusky
It's
is.
about 12 miles from Lake Huron. So
Okay.
it was funny when I moved to mid-Michigan. I married a mid-Michigan man. He's from Ovid, big town Ovid. And
Yeah,
he took me to my
huge.
first lake in the area. I laughed at him. I said, "This is not a lake. This is a
Which
pond."
lake was it?
I don't remember, but I could
Hopkins
see
Lake,
across it. I was
Yeah.
like, you can see this is like someone's pond in my
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Like, I'll show you a lake. So now when I took him to Sandusky and showed him Lake Huron,
Yeah.
he called it the ocean because there was no, you could
can't see
see
the
giant freighters. And
Yeah.
so I had to show, this is where we hung out.
This
you
is
know.
where real water is.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you moved to this area?
I think I was 25.
25. Okay. So
Ish.
did you go to college anywhere?
I went to Ferris State.
Ferris State. And what did you study there?
Advertising,
Okay.
business. So I have a business degree and a marketing certificate. So I was there.
Well, that helps for sure.
Yeah. So
Learned
I
a
was
lot
there
there.
late 90s. I graduated in 2000.
Okay. So what was life before chocolates? What did you do after college? What are some of the jobs you had that kind of got you to the point where you decided you want to do this?
I've been in retail for nearly 30 years. In a couple of years, it'll be 30.
Wow.
So it's in my blood. I've done it since before. I actually got hired in at Kmart right before I turned 16. So that was my first job with taxes taken out. I had worked before then.
Kmart. That's a blast from the
Yeah,
past.
I opened the Kmart well, I didn't open it, but I worked on opening day in 1994 when Kmart opened in Sandusky.
Wow.
May it rest in peace. And then after college, I got into pharmacy, got out of that, went into advertising. I worked for Donor Advertising in Southfield. That's where I met my husband. He was a couple cubes down from me, so workplace romance, you know.
Frowned upon.
Yeah, well, in advertising, anything goes.
Yes.
So they don't care. But so we worked there a couple years. So we lived in Detroit, and then we moved back to the big city of Bannister, big town. I've never.
Even
I think
bigger than Ovid.
Yeah, I think I was in the actual town of Bannister maybe twice in the 15 years I lived there.
Yeah.
And then I got a job working for Walgreens in 2003, and I did that for 13 years, and it opened the Walgreens here in Owosso, which I begged. At that time, they were building stores like crazy. You know, the managerial staff, it was so competitive and cutthroat, and we were all like 20-somethings just trying to get our store. Like that was
Yeah.
your end goal. And I begged and pleaded with my district managers to please open a store in Owosso. And finally, groundbreaking happened, and oh, you're not getting that store. You're not getting that store. I'm like, that is my store, and I don't care what I
Yeah.
have to do. But so I ended up opening that store. When I first got here, the building was a complete empty shell.
Yeah.
So to see something like that, like now it's been there for I don't know how many years, but to see something start from just a dance floor basically to a place where people come and do business, it was interesting. But my first store with Walgreens was actually at 14 and Haggerty in West Bloomfield. So it's kind of cool. I've been able to work with people from all over the country, all over the world actually, all different kinds of countries and all different cultures.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see. I think in my Southfield store, I had maybe 11 different countries, people with different backgrounds working for me, and it's a learning curve. You got to learn the way they think, the way they talk,
Absolutely.
and we share food, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in Little Owosso here, and it's like 99.9% white. And yeah, I moved to New York for 4 years, and the hotel I was running there, I was the minority for sure. It was every different ethnicity. Some of my employees didn't speak any English, and just learning the cultures, and it was awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved getting to know other people and their background and where they came from, and I think it made me a much more well-rounded person. I wish we had more diversity in Owosso. I think, being around people that are different than you and think differently than you and even believe differently than you, it's what makes you understand how people are and how people work. It's what makes the world go round. And this is why I like to talk about this, because, every entrepreneur, every leader, every business owner has a journey. And, something happened along the way where you fell in love with retail and you determined you wanted to do your own thing. And I'm certain along your journey, 30 years of getting to where you are today, and as an entrepreneur, we always know today is never the end. Like what I'm doing today might not be what I'm doing in 2 years. We hope that it will be, but we don't know. We just are big dreamers and visionaries, and there's always the next thing. And but everybody has things that they pick up along the way that were life lessons or things that shaped who they are. And so I like to ask my guests to share with our audience, what are some things you've picked up along your journey that would maybe help somebody who's on the journey or thinking about starting a business or thinking about leaving their job in the corporate world to go do something else? What are some things you've picked up that you think would be helpful?
Well, I think you have to be committed for sure to whatever it is you want to do. Put your whole heart into it. Don't do a job halfway. And then for me, I've owned Supercone and Corona. I owned that for 5 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 5 years I owned that, and then I got pregnant with my son, so you can't do everything. So I'd work at Walgreens during the day, change my clothes, go to Corona at night, scoop ice cream till 11, and then
Do it
go
all
back
over.
home. But then, when I got pregnant with my son in the summertime, and the first 10 weeks of any pregnancy, it was horrible. I was so
Yeah.
tired. And my husband was doing everything, and he's like, this is probably going to happen next year too, because we're going to have a baby. So we ended up selling it. But anyway, I think you have to learn to bob and weave with any environment, anything that's going on. You have to be
Adapt.
reactive.
Yep.
When you're working with young people specifically, give them responsibility, teach them. Don't be closed-minded as far as not wanting to share your books with them.
Yeah.
Teach them pecans are expensive, so
Yeah.
please don't just smother them all over somebody's sundae and leave half of them on the counter.
Yeah.
If you teach people stuff and tell them why you're doing things, then, oh, okay, that makes sense, instead of, wow, she's a Scrooge and she just wants to throw all this stuff, she doesn't want us to waste anything, or
Yeah.
you just be open-minded and give your people some responsibility. And if you treat your employees right, they will go to bat for you no matter
For
what.
sure. For sure.
I've had the same employee for almost 6 years, Megan. She's my right-hand gal. I have zero problems when I'm gone. She runs the show. But that's true with any
Megan's
business.
awesome.
Yeah, Walgreens, same thing. You treat your people right, they'll be with you. And if you see a business with constant turnover, there might be a problem
Yeah.
somewhere.
No, I agree with that 100%. I always used to say about hospitality is the thing that I love about the business is that I get to work with people. the thing that's most challenging about the business is that I have to work with people, because it's a two-edged sword. I mean, you know, and being somebody's boss can be the greatest joy in the world. It can also be the biggest challenge, because you want to be there for them, and you want them to like you and respect you, but then also you have to hold them to a standard. And so I like what you said about teaching them, making them understand the cost of things and why it's important. It's not just a policy, but this is how we stay. This is how we stay in business. This is how you stay employed. Getting them to understand that. And then, you know, I've always said, you know, err on the side of being too merciful or too gracious than being too tough. You know, I think managers or leaders that lead by fear and
It never works.
it only works when you're standing right there. You get the most out of your people if you're standing right over them, but the moment you leave, it's like they feel like, you know, they can just do whatever and they don't respect you. So if you can get people to respect you as a person and know that you have their best interests in mind and help them win, and one of the things I say a lot here is help people win. It's one of the things I learned from one of my mentors, is leading people is helping them win. And if you can help people win in their life, in their personal life, their professional life, then you'll get a lot more from them. And don't view your people as your minions or your slaves. Like, they're your partners, you know, and
Right.
they're how you are able to have the business and how you're able to make your dreams come true. Okay, so then the other question I like to ask is, in your opinion, what do you think are the things or maybe some traits or some of the things that separate successful people from unsuccessful people?
I think the main thing is you got to put the time in. You can't expect to open a business or any kind of venture. Just open your doors and expect people to show up.
Right.
You've got to be there for people. One of my Myrtle's is there when I tell you I'm there. I'm not closing early. Megan and I have stood in the doorway until 5:30 exactly.
Right.
Even though we had to be somewhere at 6:30, maybe Lansing or something. You have to. Your customers count on you, so you have to be true to your word. What you say you're going to do it, and you have to show up. You got to be there. You have to put the hours in.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Some of my best lessons have been things that I've screwed up.
Right.
And you just pick yourself up, learn from it, and move on.
You learn a lot more from losing than you do from winning. And nobody wants to lose. And, you know, I always say failure isn't failure unless it's final, unless you quit. And so those setbacks, those things that you did wrong, that order you messed up, the typo that you put out there, the wrong flavor you put in something, like all of those things help you learn going forward. And, you know, always make it right to the customer. Like you said, do what you say you're going to do. And don't beat yourself up over a mistake. You know, keep moving forward, keep pushing yourself forward. So, all right. Do you have your phone with you? I see you have it right there. So we have this segment that we call Explain That Post.
Oh, no.
And, you know, some of the guests we have, have really, really easy things that you can find that are funny. Your social media wasn't like too, scandalous. So, but I have two things here. I'm going to send them both to you.
Okay.
There's one where I think I know what's going on here, but I'll let you tell us about what's going on in this first photo here.
I'm excited to see what you're going to pull up. I'm slightly nervous.
Yeah, don't be nervous. These aren't too bad. So
I try to keep everything very lighthearted wherever I post. So.
Yeah. Well, let me know when you get them here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So the first one, you got these little,
That was a long time ago.
Cat ears. Yep. I'm assuming this is at a Tigers game.
It was. That's tiger ears.
Tiger ears. Okay.
That's
Are you a big
the
baseball
look I was
fan?
going to. No, I got free tickets.
Oh, okay.
It was hot and
And you thought this is a perfect opportunity to wear my tiger ears?
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
You just had
that
those.
was a really long time ago.
You were waiting for the
you went
opportunity.
way back.
Then the second one, I thought you had a couple pictures of this.
Oh yeah, the fire.
Yeah, I mean, is this just something that's happening outside of your business? Is this your
Yeah,
vehicle?
so-
Like, what's going on here? You got a whole car on fire.
With 30 years of retail, I've seen just about everything.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I've dealt with it all. So this picture was sent to me while I was in Southfield in a meeting of one of my employees' cars. This is actually Adam Voss's sister's car.
Oh, wow.
Burst into flames in our parking lot. So you can
Nobody's
imagine.
in the car, hopefully.
Nobody was in the car. Excuse me. She was working. But yeah, that's imagine being in a meeting and having that picture pop up
That'll
on your
ruin
phone.
your day. Do they know what happened? Like
It was
how-
electrical. Yeah.
Just
so,
something, man, that's terrible. Actually, I just had a friend, I think it was last week, they were leaving a basketball game and they got home and they went outside and their car just lit on fire. So
Oh, wow.
crazy. Okay.
Okay, that was tame. Good.
Yeah, like I said, I went through it for a while and there was really nothing. I mean, you do a good job of posting the things that, are not too incriminating. So I have some stuff from the old days. It's like, why did I post that? So it's funny. I have Time Hop. Do you know what Time Hop is?
Yes.
It's where you can see like what you posted 10 years
Do you
ago.
delete your old stuff when you're like,
I
that
just
was-
leave it out
nobody
there. I'm
even
like,
commented. That was dumb back in 2009 or
no,
whatever.
I just leave it out there. It's funny to see like, why did I post that?
I
What was
delete them.
thinking?
I'm
Yeah.
like, that was so dumb to post. And it's innocent. It's like, had a bad day.
Yeah.
I think I'll take an aspirin and go to, early days of social media
Oversharing, yeah.
where you just thought like, I didn't say anything today, so I better say something.
I better
So
put it on social media. Yeah.
going out to dinner with a friend, it's going to be
Yeah.
fun, that kind of stuff.
Cleaning the bathroom, like giving people minute by minute updates of what's going on.
I
Nobody
never
was
did that,
innocent.
thank goodness.
All right, so I don't know if you're familiar with this segment, but it's called Say It in 60. This is where we give you 10 rapid fire questions in 60 seconds. And if, these are your answers, so there's no wrong answer. Just answer how you feel is right. But again, everything you say can and will be used against you because it's on the internet forever. So, just there's a little pressure there. We're looking for brilliance here, but we're just trying to squeeze the last
I
ounce
guarantee you're not getting brilliance.
Well, this is the way we get the last ounce of genius from our guests, So we're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock. Dan, are we ready? Yep. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the timer starts now. What is a must-read book?
90 Minutes in Heaven.
What is a daily habit everyone should do?
Floss your teeth.
What is your favorite podcast?
Tony Nash and Susie Orman.
Thank you. Michigan or Michigan State?
Michigan State. My husband graduated from there.
What is your why?
My son.
Apple or Android?
Apple all the way.
What is your favorite quote?
You're daring to imagine you could have a different life.
I like that one. What is a must-binge TV series?
Match Game 74.
Match Game 74. We'll have to talk about that in a second. How much time? 18 seconds to tell us, what is success to you?
Don't be afraid of failing.
Don't be afraid to fail.
Afraid.
And with,
Da, 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 da.
15 seconds. 10 seconds. That's got to be a
Don't
record.
be
10
afraid to
seconds.
fail.
10 seconds to spare. You did it. Studio audience, round of applause. Good job, Melissa. All right, you're going home a winner today.
Ooh, do I get this cup? I keep
Sure.
teasing you
Yep.
about the Yeti.
You get
I'm
to
not
take
taking the Yeti cup.
No,
No,
you
I'm
get to
not.
take the Yeti
I'm
cup
just
home,
joking.
even the little chips on it. The only reason I feel bad is because it's chipped, but it shows some character. So, and actually has my old logo on it.
That means
so.
it's custom.
Yeah, so take that. As long as you promise to drink out of it, that's you.
I will. Well, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I teased you long enough. You get sick and let me have it.
Yeah, those will keep your coffee warm for like hours and hours.
So I
it's-
have a story about that.
Yes.
Not that it's related to the podcast or anything.
That's
but
all right.
Yeti.
We love stories.
So Megan, but I told you I like to tease her. She told me a story that when she was in our old store, she heated up her coffee, poured it in her Yeti, forgot that she heated it up, took a huge swig, scalded herself, and spit it out all over the floor.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
You gotta have to use caution when using.
I
this
got hot tea here. That's why I took my lid off because it doesn't cool down at all if you put the lid on. So
No, it doesn't.
all right, so we're gonna end the show with the Whisper Challenge. Okay, have you seen this?
I have seen this.
Okay, do you like this?
I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
So I hope I don't.
It can
say
be
anything
hilarious.
wrong.
Now, I'm not very good at enunciating. We've had a few people that are excellent lip readers and have been able to guess what I'm saying quickly, but most people have a hard time. I'm a little nasally today, so we're going to do it. But we're going to go 2 rounds each. You'll give me a phrase, or I'll give you a phrase, and you'll try to guess what I'm saying, and then we'll just switch the headphones and see how we do. All right?
I feel like I'm gonna giggle through this whole thing though.
That'll make for great TV. Oh, so tell me about this show, this TV series you were talking about. What's
Match
it
Game
called?
74.
What is that show?
It's great. It's like got all these old like Richard Dawson, Betty White, it's a big panel of people, and the guests on the show have to, like, you ask a question and see if you match it with the people in
This
the
is like a
audience.
game show?
It is, and Charles Nelson Riley's up there just smoking. Like, it's you got to check it out. It's really entertaining.
Where can I find it?
Like TV Land or Antenna TV.
Okay. I have like,
It's hilarious.
I only have like, I don't have cable. I have like streaming services, so I'll have to.
I've never had cable or
That-
streaming.
Yeah.
I'm pretty Amish, I would say.
Match Game 74. I'll have to check it
And
out.
then every year it gets 75, 76. They
I
change the
gotcha.
name.
I gotcha.
Okay, ready?
Are you ready?
So I'm listening to what you are
Yep.
saying.
I'm gonna give you a phrase. They're gonna put some music on for you.
Thank you.
I think I can guess what that might be.
Far away. Okay.
By the way, Melissa has requested. We'll talk about this after. Can you hear me? Okay.
This is loud.
Splash Country.
Spanish what?
Splash Country. Splash Country.
Chicken shawarma.
All right. Splash Country.
Spanish country.
Close. Close. Two words. Splash Country. Splash Country.
Splash village.
Splash Country.
Splash country.
Splash Country. Got it. All right. All right. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Melissa has
Like Spanish what?
I like the chicken shawarma. By the way, Melissa has requested that we do a carpool karaoke for downtown businesses.
Wouldn't that be so
So-
much fun?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a great singer. People are going to be amazed when they hear my voice.
So I can sing the Bee Gees like no other.
Oh,
So
you
you
can?
just have to sound like you're stepping, like you just have to make a noise like you're stepping on a cat.
We could rig up the AZ van with some GoPros.
That would be so fun.
and,
Go pick up like Corey Shook and just go. I'm volunteering all these people.
All right, Corey, we're coming for you.
Corey, go get,
Let's get a whole van load
Morgan-
of people.
Go get all the realtors and see
Yeah.
how fun they are.
All right.
There for you.
Let's see what
Oh,
they
okay.
got for
So
me
I
here.
say this to you.
That's it. Yeah, pick one of them and read it. Let me get the music going here for him.
Is this the one that she likes?
Yeah.
I've never heard this.
Toad the Wet Sprocket. Okay, you ready? Help people win.
Elephant.
Help people win.
Okay, yeah. Say it again.
Help people
Help.
people win.
Help something.
Help people win.
3 words. Okay. Help.
People win.
Help people.
Win.
Help people. Help people win. Help people win.
That's
Awesome.
fun.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Really?
Yeah, it's very much like
Do I get these too?
very mellow.
I recognize this name as being a good name.
It's a good name, yeah. It's
Like
very,
I said, I'm Amish, so.
very much like Peter, Paul, and Mary. Like, oh, this is a good one.
Sorry. 4.
4 words. Okay. Toe the west.
Oh, wait, hold on. I
Oh.
turned it off by accident. Sorry.
You're good.
She might have heard me. Do you have another card?
Oh, we can make something up. Yeah. One moment, please.
Sorry.
That's okay. I think you might have heard me. All right.
2.
2 words. All right. Chicken shawarma.
Chicken shawarma.
She got it. All right.
I was ready for that one or Dollywood.
This was going to be the one, but I thought
I
you
heard you
might have heard
say
me
that.
say toad. Yeah.
Sorry, that's the on off button.
That's all right. All right. Give me some AC/DC or something here.
No, you need Toad.
Thunder.
Alright, here we go.
Owosso, Main Street.
Okay. See, the thing about AC/DC is
What?
I get really caught up in the music, so I can have a hard time focusing. All right. Okay. 2.
Owosso,
I want to. That would be 3 words. Want,
Main Street.
pastries. Want pastries.
Owosso, Main Street.
It's not want.
Owosso,
Owosso. Owosso.
Main Street.
Owosso Main Street. Owosso Main Street.
Do you guys do this all day? I would just sit here and do this all day.
We have fun with it.
You should do Mad Libs sometimes.
That'd be a good one. Mad Lib Theater. Did I just mess up my cord? Yeah. Have you ever seen that on Jimmy Fallon? Where they get the words and then they act out a scene?
No.
Mad Lib Theater. That's pretty funny. We could do that. But maybe we'll do some carpool karaoke.
Yes.
We got to think about the right people. I don't know if I'm the right person, but we could definitely produce it.
I think the wrong people would be fun too.
Yeah, that could be fun.
there
But
is
it's got to
no
be
right
someone
one.
that's going to be like comfortable to sing on camera. Because if you're shy, it's not going to play right.
I can crack anybody.
Yeah, you can
I'll
crack
get
them.
them.
Okay.
That's our goal. Like,
All right.
ask Eric the mailman. He barely spoke to us when he first started coming around. But
That would just be a video to make for our community. Like, where we're just driving around the downtown, we're getting different business owners and it's just sing with the downtown business owners, and each person we're in there and we pick a different song and we just kind of keep swapping out. That could be a really fun video project. So we'll work on that.
okay.
Well, Melissa, thanks for joining us today. We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
your
me. It was
time.
fun.
Thank you for the chocolates. We're going to be eating on
you're
those all
welcome.
day. And just thank you for the friendship in downtown. I'm excited to have a good neighbor. And like a good neighbor, Myrtle's chocolates are there. And so we're excited about that. And before we go, I want you to look into this camera and tell our audience where they can find you both physically in person and online.
Okay, you can find us at 112 West Main Street, Downtown Owosso, and myrtles.com. Murtles.
And you're on Facebook.
We are on Facebook and Instagram and
TikTok coming soon.
Soon on TikTok.
All right, I'm excited about that. If you need help with TikToks, let us know. We can help with that. So, all right. Well, again, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the Yeti mug. I'm sorry
Thank
it has
you.
some chipped.
I love it.
It's
It's
got some
custom.
character. Yep, it's been around a little bit. And thank you for joining us. As my mother always said, you can't and never could until you tried. So go out there and try something great, my friends, and don't take the easy way out. We'll see you next time.